XRP is coiling up for a move, but in which direction? In this video, we're going to be jumping down into the technical analysis of XRP, taking a look at the price action, what I think is likely to happen next. As I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, check it out. Link is in the description down below. Let's jump right down into this one, right? So here we have XRP paired up with USDT. We're using the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏 spot exchange, and we're on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's take a look, right? What's going on here? Well, we've had a bit of a push to the upside, okay, and we are seeing this consolidation to the downside at the moment. Okay, nothing terribly too unusual with this, but we are in an interesting kind of spot where we find ourselves trying to find support on equilibrium right here, and we can see ourselves with some higher lows and some higher highs. Although they are incredibly gradual, they are right inside here. Let's go ahead and just throw on a bit of a trend line just to kind of help you show that it's kind of a gradual move to the upside across here and here. Okay, now this is interesting because this is a continuation pattern. Okay, and a continuation pattern that goes higher, high, higher, low, unfortunately has a tendency to wanting to break to the downside. This isn't anything terribly too unusual. It's kind of what we've been aligned to for a few days now, but it's something that we're kind of starting to see, okay, well, this has got a bit of an expiration date set to it. Now, I'm not to say that this is going to move down right away, because I don't think that's going to be the case. I suspect that over the weekend, we're going to actually see a fair amount of volatility on XRP, possibly even a little bit more to the upside before we have this break to the downside. Okay, and they can see that there was a fair value gap at the top here. In fact, it's probably better to come on over into our 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏 website. So you can head over to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏.com. You can load up the spot trade over into spot trading. You can load up XRP USDT pair, and you end up with this one here. Okay, this is a trading view, so it's exactly the same as this one, but it obviously has the benefit of being able to see the order books and also place your orders directly. Okay, so over here we can see that we had fair value gaps that kind of got filled out. We've got a couple gaps that were left behind. These gaps are created from the imbalances in the order books. Okay, so up here in this high one at the 53.843 to 56.181, we can see that there is a gap that was left behind, right? A lot of selling pressure, not enough buying, price drops to the low side, and therefore the seller's not happy, right? So they don't continue selling at the lower prices, they want to sell at the high prices, so they stop. Price wants to gravitate back to this range. You can kind of see it's working its way up there at the moment. Okay, and there's also fair value gaps on the lower side as well. Okay, so just note that it's an imbalance in the order books, illiquidity, price ranging, and all that kind of stuff, and liquidity needs to go back to where it was at some point in the future. It's not a guarantee, but it's something that you see from time to time. And guys, if you haven't yet joined 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏, why not check it out? Affiliate link is in the description down below, and they do have XRP on USDT spot pair, right? And if you are looking for a new exchange that sells XRP, then why not check out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏? It is my go-to platform for leverage-based trading and spot-based trading as well. They do leverage and leverage and spot for XRP. So why not check it out if that is of interest to you? Affiliate link is in the description below. And if you do use that link, you can take advantage of some of the fantastic offers that they have as well, up to $8,000 in deposit bonuses and rewards for using the platform, depending on your trading volume and deposit quantities and so forth. More details can obviously be found in the link in the description below, all the way through to trading competitions that we host down in our Discord server as well, and they are weekly competitions that just keep going every single week. So why not check it out? Affiliate link is in the description below. Let's jump on over into the charts again, but this time what we'll do is we'll take a look at our Elliott wave, right? So my expectation here is that we probably have to push up a little bit higher in our B wave, but we are likely to come down and finish this off into a C wave structure. This will allow us to look at this entire thing over this side as a giant A, B, and C pattern that can take us up higher than 60 cent in the future. Okay, so it's a little difficult to kind of say exactly how that's going to play out, because we can of course be on the direction of this upward move already. We don't have to have this little mini C wave movement to the downside. It's just something that, you know, I note as well. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we'll be looking for in this. Let's go ahead and just kind of pull in our structure here. okay, and just kind of plot out where we think this one's going, right? As long as we stay above our low down here at 45.58, okay, as long as we stay above that level, then our C wave should end up here, okay, between 62.9 and 67.86, okay, and we can see it right inside here, okay, so that would be that range. I'm just going to see if I can get that on 67 point. I'm going to leave it at 8.5. I'm not going to be able to perfectly get that one right then, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, I might be able to. No, okay, that's fine. So that's that C wave structure there. Now, if we zoom out of this and we come out even further, we can of course see that we have our structures over here as well, and we put this to our bear market low, not bear market low, but our local low on the Z wave low, and again this one shows us with a potential move up slightly higher, okay, coming more towards 79 and 93 cent, okay, and so therefore we have our target ranges right up here as well, okay. So obviously minimum expectations would be a double top at 58.5, so we make no guarantees that we can just stunt short here. We can also hit these, but this is where you typically would expect it to go on a bigger scale. And of course, you know, this current C wave structure here coming in on our range of 62.8 or 62.9 to 67.86, that's going to be the range where we see probably a three-wave corrective pattern afterwards to come on down, and then we kind of finish off with a potential move up higher if it needed to, okay? So for the most part, that's kind of how I see this going out. The only thing that's in question is whether or not this B wave down here is done, or whether or not we actually have ourselves a three-wave correction coming down a little bit deeper before we move on up, okay? That's the part that's not overly clear at the moment. So for now, we do know that we have this kind of long idea, and if we are to go long on the market, then we're going to want to kind of make sure that we have good risk management and all that kind of good stuff, right? So if we're going to put a long position in, let's just take market order right now, we're going to want to put this stop loss down here on lower than the local low, okay, and then we're going to want to target out some of these highs, right? So if we would just go for that low point, we can see it's a 1.69. That's okay. I like above 1.5 risk reward ratio. Ideally, I'd like to try to push that a little bit higher, more towards the 2.0 ratio. But of course, you know, if we were to go for this higher target range and hold it for a multiple days, then we could be looking at 3.75 in terms of risk reward ratio. Okay, so there is a trading opportunity here, in my opinion, for XRP. But it's one of those things that we'll have to kind of keep a close eye on, and where we think that is if that is this our entry, is it now, or is it actually a little bit deeper in the price chart for a better entry and that kind of stuff. Things in food for thought and things like that, essentially on XRP. Now, obviously, this is all outside of the Ripple versus the SEC, and or the SEC versus Ripple, I should say. And you know, that can come to conclusion at any point, and that could completely just wipe this out and just have a moonshot, because I do think there's going to be a lot of FOMO when that case comes to a close, whether it is a security in the future or not. Obviously, I think not. And I do think that Ripple either win or Ripple will allow a settlement, because I think Ripple have the power at this point, considering the corruption that Hinman's emails have exposed the SEC to. So all in all, I think there's some interesting stuff that's going on, and I think that when that case comes to an end, we're going to see a very significant surge. But for now, this is looking reasonably okay. We see some pretty decent percentage gains that can be made here. We're talking, you know, a good 70% here if we'd kind of target out that higher range, 25% or 30% even if you're going to be targeting out the lower range. So I think there's a good move to the upside to be had, but do expect a little bit of volatility beforehand, in my humble opinion. I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Do you think that XRP is gearing up and ready for a bit of a move to the upside, or are you thinking we have to come down just a little bit more before we move on up? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If you found this useful, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and if you haven't yet checked out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, check it out. Affiliate link is in the description below. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.